How far are we removed from seeing Oladipo back in that jersey?
That's a tough question.
Are we February, March, playoffs?
I mean, there's a lot of hopefuls, but hopefully around All-Star break.
Okay, because there's so many reports.
Yeah.
There's so many reports, and I've heard all the reports like, early January, or All-Star game, or no, it's playoffs. And then like I've also seen the reports like doctors are optimistic that he's ahead of his schedule, right? And then like, then there's another report coming in like, so like the timeline is the playoffs. I'm like, that doesn't sound like it's ahead. Like that sounds like it's further like than ahead.
I mean, we want to make sure he's fully healthy when he goes out. So obviously it depends on him and depends on his progress, but he's making significant progress, especially the last couple of months.
So this is on his timeline, not necessarily a doctor's.
Exactly.
Okay.
I mean, combination of both, because obviously doctors have to clear him, the surgeon has to clear him. So there's definitely a nice combination involved. But
is he past the clearance stage where he has to wait for that?
He has like a clearance stage every single month.
Okay.
Once the strength is this level, once the quad is this size, so like we can do more, we can do more, we can do more.
So like he's still just building strength in that situation.
What was the nature of, I mean, I know the nature of the injury was in the quad, but what exactly, if you're at liberty to talk about?
Was it caused by the dunk?
No.
Oh.
It was not.
Okay.
It was not caused by the dunk. It was more so allowed us to go under the microscope a little bit more to see what was going on there. But I can't speak too much about it. Just from he had a quad tendon tear about 2 years ago. He had an elective surgery the last, I guess, 6 months ago or so.
Right.
He didn't have to have that surgery, but he chose to just to give him more potential to be able to play on the court and honestly have fun doing it like he used to.
Yeah.
Right. Of course.
Yeah, of course.
But he could have potentially played, finish out the year.
Through it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's more of a cautionary type. Well, because if he plays through
it, full quad tendon tear, repair, all that stuff.
How much truth there is it to like if you let it heal on its own type situation? Like
not much truth.
Not much truth, right? I see a lot of people always say that, like, if you let it heal on I
mean, obviously it takes time to heal. Like there's a natural process to that, especially physiologically. However, like I said, like the body adapts to a stimulus provided to be able to play sports. Like that's an unnatural physical thing that
at a high level.
Exactly. And he was playing on one leg.
So I know a guy.
He was scoring 19 points a game playing on one leg.
If you work it off his depot, you might be able to let it heal, bro.
Yeah.
If you're trying to
here's the thing. I know a kid in AAU that played. I'm not gonna give too much of the details of the person's name because he's a kid. You know what I'm saying? So the kid played at a local school here. Crazy athlete. Tore his ACL pretty young, and because of like his religious beliefs and background, they chose not to give him surgery. Like they were like, the mom was like, no, that's not happening. We're gonna do our own remedy situation there. I don't know how to explain it, but bro,
the hands kind of
like they did something like, oh my some situation there. But let me tell you something, bro. The kid, I know the guy's AAU coach, right? He didn't want to put the kid on the floor because he didn't feel like it was right. He was like, I'm not putting that kid out there again. And then something happens. And they were like, don't worry, it's fine. And he was like, no, I'm not doing that. So then there was like a thing there, right, between them. The kid ended up playing the 4 years of high school, played college at North Florida, which some people from Miami that are in that circle will know now who I'm talking about. Played at North Florida, D1. And every year, I swear to God, I wasn't trying to jinx it, but I was like waiting to see if this kid would like tear the ACL again or something. But I would go to games to watch him like in high school, just dunking, rebounding, high motor kid. And I'd be like, this kid's never going to tear that thing again. So like, is that just like a phenomenon type thing or?
I mean, the body adapts.
Age, maybe, as well.
Age.
I have a partial tear in my knee, ACL. And you got surgery.
And you never got.
I'm not the same as I mean, I was not very explosive to begin with.
Right.
But
this kid was dunking.
Exactly.
Bro, high motor, just running around, doing everything. And I'd be like sitting there watching him play. And every time he did like a crazy move, I'd be like, oh, there it goes. It's going to happen now. And then he just get up like a major fall. And I'd be like, or like a bad fall. And I'd be like, he just get back up and keep running, and I'd be like, bro, I need to go see that guy's mom, bro. Like, she needs to put her hands on me because
there's obviously things, especially in sports, that we can't explain. Like, for example, like Victor's quad tendon. Like you and I wouldn't be able to walk down the stairs. This guy was playing professional basketball game with the way his knee looked like.
Yeah, it takes a special thing to be a professional.
How is that possible?
Well, that only really like helps to magnify how special these people are.
Yeah.
Like we think, I could probably ride, 14th on the rotation. Bullshit, dog. Like I used to think maybe when I was like, a much more younger, fitter person, I was like, I could probably get a shot off, like maybe it might not go in, but please, bro, I look like a mosquito out there. Like, get that shit out of here. Those people are special, dude. Like,
no, it's clear that they are. Yeah, and just the determination and the will. Like if you don't have that, you get out the league pretty quick. The league don't put up with a lot of things, you know. Like it's either you do or you don't. Goodbye. You do your job. You know, either you're a rebounder, rebound. If you're not, you defender, defend. You know.
Hey, there's nothing, you know, not to disparage this individual. I'm sure he's a very nice guy, but I remember. I always wanted the Heat to have a high flyer. This is like in the late 90s. I was like, bro, I want to just see somebody just throw it down, bro. Like, I'm not tired of seeing these post moves, you know.
Yeah,
like, No, you know, love Zoe. But they had this one guy, I'm sure you remember the name, Ricky Davis.
Yeah.
I saw him live a couple times, and this guy was an athlete, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know, typical swing man. He was, you know, throwing them down nasty. But the guy just didn't have it, you know, somewhere, obviously. And that was like when my dad was like, look, you know, honestly, the difference between him and Michael Jordan, you know, physically speaking, might not be a whole lot, right?
Right.
You know, like 9/10 make a little tenths of a second make a difference, but it's just like, you know, whatever the drive is, whatever happens before, you know, like
the mindset
behind the stage, everything. And it's incredible because I always see that guy. I was like, bro, why is this guy not a fucking all-star, bro? This guy's incredible.